The historic meet between US President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un finally wrapped up in Singapore. Trump committed to provide security guarantees to the Korea, while Chairman Kim Jong-un reaffirmed his commitment to complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula.
Thank you very much.
Kim Jong-un has accepted Donald Trump's invitation to visit the United States. At the same time, Kim has also invited the US president to visit North Korea. Meanwhile, Trump has tweeted that the meet saved the world from a nuclear catastrophe. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres hailed the Trump-Kim summit and said that the meet was an important milestone in the advancement of sustainable peace and the complete and verifiable denuclearization of the Korean peninsula. But the UN chief also cautioned that the road ahead requires cooperation, compromise and a common cause. President Trump's vow to cancel military exercises on the Korean peninsula surprised not South Korea but also the Pentagon. Hours after Mr. Trump's announcement in Singapore, American troops in the South Korean capital of Seoul said they are still moving ahead with the military exercise until they receive orders from the chain of command. Meanwhile, Kim Jong-un has said that North Korea's denuclearization depended on ceasing antagonism. A man took 3 people hostage in Paris after entering an office building, claiming to be armed and carrying a bomb. Police managed to detain the suspect after placing the area under lockdown. The suspect reportedly wanted to be put in touch with the Iranian embassy. Macedonia agreed to change its name to the Republic of Northern Macedonia after reaching a historic deal with Greece on their 3-decades-old dispute over the former Yugoslav republic's name. The move is expected to make way for Macedonia's entry into the European Union and the NATO. Italy has sent hundreds of migrants to Spain in a small naval convoy after shutting its own ports to them. The move has sparked a war of words, with France exposing the European Union tensions over the issue of immigration. France had hit out at Italy, calling its move irresponsible. Italy's Minister for European Affairs, Paolo Savona, has said there is no question of Italy leaving the European Union. Interestingly, Savona was rejected as Italy's economy minister by the president due to his hostility to the Eurozone. He was instead sworn in as European Affairs Minister in the country's new populist government. Meanwhile, Spain is preparing to receive migrants from Italy. Hundreds of migrants stranded for days on an aid ship in the Mediterranean because Italy and Malta refused to take them, headed for Spain after being transferred to 2 other vessels. The European Union leaders find themselves at war of words over the escalating migrant crisis. Nationalist cleric Muqtada al-Sadr and Iranian-backed militia chief Hadi al-Amiri, who won first and second place respectively in Iraq's May parliamentary election, have announced an alliance between their political blocs. A Saudi-led coalition is gearing up for a military assault on Yemen's main port, preparing to launch by far the biggest battle of the 3-year war between an alliance of Arab states and the Houthi movement that controls Yemen's capital, Sana'a. The United Arab Emirates, a member of the Western-backed alliance, had earlier set a deadline for the Iran-backed Houthis to withdraw from the port city under UN-led talks. The Director General of the World Health Organization cautioned that it is too early to declare victory against Ebola and said that the WHO is still at war with the deadly disease. American multinational company Tesla is laying almost 9% of its employees in a bid at cost-cutting and to increase profitability. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said that the move is a part on the ongoing reconstructing of the company. The move comes after Tesla faced a series of losses at the stock market. A U.S. court has approved AT&T to buy media giant Time Warner Incorporated for $85 billion, allowing AT&T to compete with internet companies which dominate digital advertising apart from providing it new sources of revenue. American fashion brand Guess's co-founder Paul Marciano had resigned as the company's executive chairman after being investigated for alleged sexual harassment incidents. Marciano will be replaced by his brother Maurice Marciano. A massive forest fire was contained in southern Bolivia after it burnt down over 250 acres of land. More than 300 police officers have been deployed for rescue work in the area. The southern part of the Latin American country is prone to forest fires. A brush fire has threatened homes in the Beverly Crest and Benedict Canyon areas of the California state of the United States. The fire prompted mandatory evacuation orders and a major rescue operations from firefighters. The fire has burnt more than 40 acres of land in the area. Heavy rainfall has caused flooding in China's Harbin, leaving several people and vehicles stranded. Firefighters immediately rushed to the affected areas to oversee the rescue workers. The Provincial Meteorological Department has asked residents to take precautionary measures while issuing heavy rainfall warning. United States President Donald Trump has hit out at Oscar-winning actor Robert De Niro after De Niro said that he would like to punch Trump. Trump said that De Niro has a very low IQ. Trump also called De Niro's punch drunk in a reference to a number of boxing films starring De Niro. The Taxi Driver actor has been a strong critic of the U.S. president.
What did you discuss? What did you discuss?
The Vatican's top sex abuse investigators arrived in Chile and said that they had orders from Pope Francis to ensure that the Roman Catholic Church responded to every case of sexual abuse of minors committed by clergymen in the South American nation. New abuse accusations surfaced recently against the church in Chile, including allegations against the Pope's own Jesuit order. The United States government has approved a deal to sell the Indian military 6 APACHE attack helicopters for US $930 million. The agreement has been passed to the US Congress for approval, but if no US lawmakers raise an objection, the contract is expected to go ahead.
Which can fire enough rate of up to 650 rounds per minute.
The Enforcement Directorate will file a fresh charge sheet against former Indian Finance Minister P. Chidambaram's son Karti Chidambaram in connection with the latter's alleged involvement in the Aircel Maxis case. India's Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj visited the Russian embassy in the capital city of New Delhi on Russia National Day. She met Nikolai Kudashev, the Russian ambassador to India. Moscow's Red Square hosted a music concert to mark the Russia Day. Many singers at the event dedicated their performances to the 2018 World Cup, just days before it kicks off in the country. An 18th century Chinese vase found in a shoebox in a French attic has been sold for 19 million at an auction in Paris. Notably, it's the highest price ever reached for a single item sold by Sotheby's in France. French brand Christian Louboutin has won a legal battle to trademark its signature red-soled shoes. Europe's highest court backed Louboutin in its fight against rival firm Van Haren for selling high-heeled shoes with scarlet soles. Madame Tussauds has unveiled singer Ed Sheeran's wax statue at London's first cat cafe. The Shape of You singer is known to be an animal lover. The figure will be moved to the museum next week. In a bizarre football match in Thailand, a team of elephants defeated their human contenders with a score of 2-1. The match was organised as part of a campaign to fight against illegal gambling in the run-up to the FIFA World Cup. American actor John Travolta received a special honor in Brooklyn in New York City. The New York State declared the John Travolta Day as the actor made his way back to Lenny's Pizza, a location from his 1977 film Saturday Night Fever. In a bizarre case, a cow in Bulgaria has escaped death penalty. Bulgaria agreed to spare the life of Penka, the cow, after plans to killing her for crossing European Union borders without paperwork triggered an international outcry. A two-day annual cultural festival in the Leh region of Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir kicked off yesterday. Performers wore elaborate and colourful masks to mark the Tibetan Buddhist festival. Hollywood actress Gal Gadot, known for portraying the superhero character Wonder Woman, will star with Dwayne Johnson in the upcoming action comedy film Red Notice. The film, which will reportedly star another lead male actor, is scheduled to release on June 12, 2020. Gadot had earlier worked with Dwayne in Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6 and Furious 7. Actor Priyanka Chopra accompanied her rumoured boyfriend, American singer Nick Jonas, to his cousin's wedding in Atlantic City, New Jersey. The two were seen arriving arm in arm for the wedding. Priyanka and Nick were first linked up when they attended the Met Gala together last year. The Mask of Zorro actor Antonio Banderas said Salma Hayek did not disclose she was sexually harassed by Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein as she was trying to protect her friends and herself. Salma told Antonio that Harvey was very powerful and could make or break careers. And over to sports now, beginning with football. World champions Germany have arrived at their base in Russia for their title defense at the 2018 World Cup. Joachim Löw's side looked to become the first team since Brazil in 1962 to successfully defend their title. Germany are paired in Group F alongside Sweden, South Korea and Mexico. Meanwhile, England too touched down at their base in St. Petersburg as part of their final World Cup preparations. The three Lions are pitted in Group G alongside dark horses Belgium, Panama and Tunisia. England are searching for their first major title since winning the World Cup on home soil in 1966.